Ew, it's been a while. It feels like it's been forever. I want to play this music, but I don't want to play this music. Should I play this music? I think we should do it. Here we go. Ew. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. And you know it's Wednesday. We live. Oh man. Let's do this old school.
I was like, oh.
Craziness. Tonight's show. Whose secrets? Whose side? Hold on, let me do that. Right. Tonight's show. Whose secrets? Whose side? Oh my goodness. Ew. Yo-lee. I missed you guys last week. I had a whole show. But things go so fast, you know. Listen. Mo 3 times here. Y'all already know what time it is. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you're locked into, what do we call this thing? What do we call it? That's right. We live. Yeah. Give me back my shot. You know, we live. Where, listen, real talk ain't optional here. It's kind of mandatory. It is mandatory. I'm your host, Mo 3 times. And tonight, oh man, we're going to take it there. Give me my music. That's right. Give me my music. Not that. I don't want that. Oh yeah. That's my jam. Listen, we're going to take it there. I mean, we're going to go from classified leaks and that might get Pete Hegseth a seat in jail. Hold on, I'll show you. Get right. Take it back to the show. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And that's Uncle Shay in the little tear out picture there. And yeah, he's in trouble. Multi-million-dollar courtroom smack down. Oh no, that wasn't the. I was looking for which button was I looking for?
You got a F for.
Maybe we're not sure just yet. But I want to ask. Yo, for real, we heard that audio. What were you just playing? Was that some role play, or was it like that real pain? I don't know, but maybe the JumpOut boys know. Huh? Maybe the JumpOut Gang knows.
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
Yeah, JumpOut Gang, let the children sing. But y'all can call in 313-825-5557 if you want to join up. Or check us in the chat, because I'll be on the chat. What's up? That's not the chat, though. Where's the chat? Oh, there we go. Ramin in here talking about his tourist season. Air horns for the tourist season. Yeah. We love those tourists here. Yes, we do. Yo, so yeah, that's right. Hit the number. It's right above, right here. Look right there. Hit the number or hit the chat if you're trying to, because, we're trying to break the internet today. And I know it looks impossible, but at least we can make a dent in it. Yeah, let's do that. But, I'm sorry. Before we dive in, I always forget. You guys got to do something for me, please, because it's a free show. That's right. Smash that like, share the stream, and don't forget, we also have merch down at talkinggettingusa.com. You know what I mean? If you're up for, a little something to flex your muscle with us for the rest of the week. All right, and then I want to talk about this. This is what I want to talk about. I can't have music in here. I wish I could do it. We'll let this children sing. We'll remind you, this is our show this evening. Like I was going to go right into it, but I can't. I can't just get right into the show. You want to know why? Because I want to see come on. What's up?
Many people know them as the JumpOut Boys in their city.
Gang, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Maybe if I can throw the chat up, we might get somewhere. Oh, the chat's all little. Let's bring the chat up. Tourist season. Ramid, what's good? Love. You already know. Oh, that button's not working. And if I hit that other button, you're going to be mad at me. So, yeah.
Be careful, though. It's spicy.
Very spicy. How is everyone? How's everyone doing this evening? Yeah. I got to interview a fine gentleman. His name is Richie Billing. He's from Liverpool, England. He's from Liverpool, and he's he writes fantasy novels with like a political twinge to them, a little political slant, if you will. And we had a really, really good conversation on what's going on. You would not believe, the people overseas that are actually looking at American politics kind of reached out because, I talk politics. I've been drawn into it. Hey guys, I can't help it.
Don't argue.
Like I can't help it. I got drawn into this. I just wanted to make sure that people had the right information. Ipso facto, what we started off as doing reacts and looking at crime and stuff, and we'll still do that. But it's gotten so politically based. It has. I know.
Groovy.
Don't get it twisted. Yo, you know what happened today? This is not even a part of the show, but I was reading a LA Times article, and it is written by a staff writer who goes by the name of Stephen Battaglio. I think he's contributed before to the show. Bill Owens, who is an executive producer of 60 Minutes, 60 Minutes usually comes on like Sunday nights. He has tendered his resignation. So I believe he's worked for the network for 37 years. He is the third executive producer on that show. And I believe 60 Minutes it's almost 60 years of 60 Minutes. I think they're like year 57. But he is the only third producer to work on that show in its 57 years. And he decided that he was going to resign. And that's cool. Not really newsworthy. People, get tired of their job, want to retire. But he's resigning. And I think this is really what makes it news. In his resignation letter, he writes, over the past months, it has become clear that I would not be allowed to run the show as I have always run it. That's what Owens wrote in a message obtained by the LA Times. He said, to make independent decisions based on what's right for the audience. So having defended the show and what we stand for from every angle, over time, with everything I could, I am stepping aside so the show can move forward. I'll fill it in. The show can move forward with whatever bullshit the show needs to move on with. I'm just filling in words. I'm just filling in words right there.
That's because Jesus Christ is Monica.
No one likes us.
Sorry.
We don't care.
Go Birds. Shout out to AJ Brown for getting your whip back. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, what does this tell us? This is crazy. 60 Minutes is, I would say, arguably one of the most trusted news shows of all times. Since we've been putting news on TV, 60 Minutes is one of the most trusted shows. So if Owens is saying that he's going to step down, I'm going to go into speculation mode, and I'm thinking it has to do with the new Trump administration and how it is seemingly starting to take over news networks, and we're becoming ran by state-ran media agencies, kind of like the communism that we've been fighting for the past over 60 years now. We've been fighting We've been fighting communism for over 100 years now, and we're becoming those types of regimes that fight against. They usually try to take over your government, obviously, and they do that by controlling education, which we got a little Department of Education thing going on here. They try to change culture. We definitely have that with our new Supreme Court and all these executive orders. And not finally, usually in the beginning, they also try to control the news. And it seems that the Trump administration is scaring a lot of these news agencies and these companies to basically stay away from criticizing Donald Trump. And I believe that is what happened with Bill Owens. And that's why he is leaving one of the most beloved news channels in America. Crazy. Like, I have to report that because it's really going on with the thing was, just guys keeping in touch with what's going on. So, we already know that in the White House, in the communications room, that there have been handpicked news agencies, conservative news agencies that are allowed access, and other news agencies have lost their offices inside the White House. Offices that allow them to be able to report whatever's going on with the president 24/7. They have a greater access to what's going on in government, right? So now they're out of there, and then agencies like Newsmax, who basically produce a whole bunch of right-wing slanted media. Now they're in, and this is what we got. We're kind of looking like North Korea here. That's not part of the show, but still, I digress. Gotta let you know that is some of the stuff that is going on. That is some of the things that are going on. So shout out to Mr. Owens for doing what he felt was right in his heart, stepping down and making sure that his resignation and the reasons for his resignation were heard out loud by us all, because now we're getting a little glimpse. So what do we do, people? What do we do? What do we do? We say, hey, Caro. That's how we started. So, hey. All right. Yeah. Let's do that, man. Ooh, I'm here. Yeah. So last week I would have probably talked to you guys about Senator Van Hollen versus our kidnapper in chief. Yes, this is Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen. He's the Maryland senator. And if you already know where I'm going, because this is one of my projects here. I feel that this man has been done so wrong. But listen, Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen has officially had it up to here. With the, I don't know, we'll call it the Trump-Bukele bromance from hell. This would have been last week's, shout out to last week's thumbnail. That is Donald Trump. As you can see, the guy with the crown, that is President Bukele. And in the middle, kind of like a vapor, you can see him, but you really can't get a hold of him. Kind of like his situation is Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Yeah. All right, so he's calling the deportation of Abrego Garcia exactly what it is. It's an illegal abduction, and not an oopsie. That's a tweet comment, or not a bureaucratic whoopsie doo. Nothing whoopsie daisy. It's a straight up international law breaking snatch and grab. Kilmar, a legally protected Maryland resident with no criminal record, was shipped to El Salvador's mega prison Seacoat. I've been saying Seasop, but they're calling it Seacoat, I believe. Seacoat. Whatever. CECOT. Mega prison. And yeah. He was shipped to El Salvador's mega prison like a Amazon return. Insane, right? Now, Van Hollen is saying, bring him back. Bring him back. That's what Van Hollen is saying. And the Trump administration is like, who? Who? I don't know. I don't know that man. That's basically what they're saying. But anyway, the two were able to meet like at a hotel, and they were having coffee and water. And then Van Hollen would go on to say in a press conference that one of the now check this out. This is also something I learned this week, and I don't understand why my wife, my inside man, didn't correct me. But on these shows, I've been calling El Salvadorians. They're just Salvadorians. You're not El Salvador. It's a Spanish thing, if you understand what I mean. But a comedian on Instagram was, and I was like, thank you for saying that, because I've been saying it wrong for damn near a month in defense of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, just sounding ignorant. So he's in El Salvador at a Salvadorian hotel, and they're drinking coffee and water. Van Hollen would say that he believed like a state agent arrived at the table with margaritas. It looked like glasses with some salt or sugar around the rim. He says it looked like one of the glasses was left with a little bit more liquid than the other glass to give the illusion that one of the glasses had been sipped out of, like they were imbibing alcoholic beverages while trying to discuss Kilmar's safe return back to the States. But Van Hollen was also quick to point out that, hey, we didn't touch those glasses at all. As you can see, it looks like there's a little bit of beverage missing from my glass. But if you look at that salt rim, all of that salt is there, which means anybody who's drinking a margarita, as soon as your lips touch that salt rim, it dissolves into a tasty little concoction with the alcoholic beverage you're drinking down, right? Duh. And you're going to see a little mark there. You didn't see any marks in the picture. I say, hey, he could be like, I don't even like salt or sugar. I'm just going to use this straw and get some. That'd be my. But he was really he sounded really authentic when he was saying, like, listen, it looks like the President Bukele was trying to start some nonsense. So that's what's going on with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And it's crazy because I was going to report last week that President Bukele came down to United States of America. Kilmar could have just rode back with him, right? And then Van Hollen went to go see him. He's all right. He's in his clothes that he was snatched in. He's alive. Thank God he's alive. You know? And what's most is he can't just hop back on the plane with the senator and go back. It's insane. And Love Love's defense, she didn't realize I was saying it wrong. You know why, because she don't listen to me. That's easy. I know why. She don't be paying attention to me. I gotta say something crazy. Hey, hold on. Let me put myself big on the screen. I'll tell you what, Love, though. Before this show is over, you're going to be paying attention to what I gotta say. That's no threat. That's a promise. Regard me. Good-naturedly. I gotta throw that out there because next thing you know, she'll come busting in, lights be going down, cameras getting fumbled. I'm in all types of trouble. All types of chaos and chaos and mayhem and all that stuff. Man, and speaking of chaos, Pope Francis, rest in peace. And the world put some respect on it. Rest in peace. Pope Francis. Yep. While America was busy locking up immigrants for sport, the Globe took a moment to honor the late Pope Francis. Yes, that Pope. The one who tried to make Catholicism feel less like a gated community, you know? Now we have presidents, prime ministers, even people who usually don't like popes all came out with tributes to this one. Meanwhile, back in D.C., the American flag flew at half-staff while certain Republicans whispered, hey, wasn't he the one that liked immigrants? Why, yes. Yes, he was the one that liked immigrants. And bless his heart and fighting spirit. Rest in peace, Pope. Yo, I'm going to tell you this. Like, me and Love Love was having a conversation, and Love Love said that she hasn't been feeling any of the popes since John Paul II. That's what she said. And then I was going to say that, yo, guess what I watched? All right, so I was telling you about that I did the interview. Now, while I was chit-chatting to Richie Billings, who is a fantasy writer, check his out. He's got a book called Pariah's Lament. Pariah's Lament. Check it out. But when we were talking, one of the things we were talking about was like the Pope dying. And one of the things he was asking, he's like, have you seen Conclave? And I was like, I wanted to see Conclave because a lot of people were talking about it, said it was a great movie. It's about Conclave, which is the process of electing a new Pope and putting the old Pope to rest. Once the old Pope is, dead or maybe resigned, they all come together to vote on a new Pope. All the cardinals and bigwigs in Catholicism, most of the bigwig cardinals, go to Vatican City to elect a new Pope. If they vote. And when they vote, if there is no Pope, all their votes are put into like a furnace and burnt. And you see black smoke come out when you're in the, I don't know what is it. I want to say the St. Peter's Square. Yeah, that's what it's called. St. Peter's Square. You will see like the chimney and they'll puff black smoke. Now, when they vote on a Pope and everybody's in like agreement, this is going to be the Pope, they put all the votes in and they burn some white smoke and then the crowd goes wild and they're waiting for their new Pope. But I watched the movie Conclave and I just finished it this afternoon and it was a very well done movie. I suggest it. It's on Amazon Prime for free. If you got like an Amazon account, you can go on Amazon Prime. I mean, if you got Amazon Prime, you can go on Amazon Prime and go check that movie out for free. Speaking of movies, this is still on the recap. I did not get to see Sinners yet, guys. I've been telling you about this movie for a month, and now everybody on social media has gathered around, watched it, and are sending back rave reviews, which is beautiful for me. So you guys, trust when I go see something, go see it, because I have excellent taste. More air horn, please. Excellent taste, I do. All right, I had to toot my own horn. I can't believe that I think my camera went out for a second, but don't worry, it's coming back. It will be back right now. Here we are. All right. So I wanted to go see Sinners. I was telling the group chat, like all the guys in the family, because usually all the fellas will all go to a movie together. So I was telling the guys in the group chat, like this was like many weeks before the opening date, which just came out last Friday. I was going to see it the Thursday, but we didn't get to go. And then Easter Sunday, I was like, yo, after we eat and everything, maybe we can slip out to the movies while the ladies are drinking coffee and eating cakes and stuff. Maybe we can sleep on movies. It didn't work out that way, but this weekend, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to be late. I can't watch anybody who's talking about it right now, but I'm going to go see it. And then next week we can talk about it. I know it'll be a while, but hell, some of you guys might be on your second viewing of it and we'll be able to give it a good little, because I got a feeling that is going to be a classic. Oh yeah, stars Michael B. Jordan, directed by Ryan Coogler. They're back in it again. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a Spike Lee, Wesley Snipes, Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, or like Samuel Jackson, Spike, like, when like Scorsese and De Niro or Pacino, they're always working together. Seth Rogen and James Franco. All right, I'm gonna stop the sharing. But yeah, wanna go see it. Ramid's birthday is Friday. on the 2-5.
Y'all don't got to clap at everything.
Oh, yes, we do. For this, we do. Next up, Ramid's birthday on Friday.
Many people know them as the JumpOut Boys in their city.
I got a little time for y'all guys. You call in. I'm going to keep talking if you don't. If you don't, I will keep talking. Check out the website. Blum, blum, blum. I don't even know. There's a oh yeah, it does. It shows. It says it right there. It goes talkinggetingusa.com. Talkinggetingusa.com. If you got your phone, you can split screen it. Check it out. Check me out. Check it out. Go to the site. Site will take you to this show, and it'll also take you to some merch. Not much merch in there, but don't worry about it. We're getting there. But yeah, Pope Francis, rest in peace. All right, now while we were out, we also had an incident, Florida State, right? There was a shooter, and he was identified, and it's really tragic. I mean, it's a tragic shooting because it was at Florida State University, and the university police were really, not just because of the violence, but because the suspect, Phoenix Ickner, well, he's reportedly the son of a deputy sheriff by the name of Jessica Ickner, or Eichner, however you want to say it. I mean, this is at the point where we're going to cue the uncomfortable silence. That's right. That's right. Family of law enforcement, allegedly violent, and not a word about a fatherless home or gang culture. I mean, funny how that works. No mug shots or memes for this guy, for Phoenix. That's a memeable face, though. I'm not even being a hater. Yeah. Gotta love the media. Got to love the media. That's crazy. I feel bad for her, though, because I'm sure she didn't know that. Yo, actually, let me tell you really the real story with this guy. All right. So first of all, he had another mom. His mom basically abandoned him. I don't know if she was on meth or something or whatever, but he became this woman's stepson and becomes her stepson. So I guess his dad married her, and he took their name. So basically that's what happened. Yeah, no mugshots, no memes. Oh, also, hey, we can't have a show without discussing the Supreme Court. We're not having no shows where we can't discuss the Supreme Court. You want to know why? This time, they got this whole birthright citizenship battleheads too. Well, the Supreme Court. And while the Pope was dying and Kilmar was being extradited like a PlayStation fugitive, the U.S. Supreme Court said, let's argue whether babies born here should be American citizens. That's right. The president, your president, Donald Trump, is still pushing the end of birthright citizenship, which has been the law of the land since, hold on. 1868. The law of the land since 1868. And apparently, he's not just trying to rewrite history. He's trying to delete it like some old ass tweets. And this is what happens when your reading list begins and ends with Andrew Jackson fan fiction. That's all I'm saying. Crazy. All right, and while we're talking about Trump, you know what? We might as well talk about the tariffs. Gotta talk about Paris. That's right. Tariffs paused them shits. But not just for the non-threatening countries. I mean, that's the only ones that got paused out. I mean, Trump also made headlines by announcing a 90-day pause on new tariffs. I can't believe we're cheering him for doing something, for fixing something that he broke. But I guess that's what happens. But yeah, 90-day pause on new tariffs, unless you're China. And then you're still getting taxed like you just lost a bet to the IRS. I call them Icarus. Don't ask me why, but for some reason when I see IRS, I just see Icarus. Anyway, everyone else, they got a temporary truce. All the other countries, temporary truce. Mexico, temporary truce. Canada, temporary truce. Newfoundland, temporary truce. Still, China is grounded. China ain't get their TV, no phone, no economic wiggle room. I mean, is China really on punishment, or are we about to be on punishment? I don't know. Anyway, Trump's approach to global economics is like, everyone take 5, except for you, Beijing. Everyone take 5 except for you, Beijing, China. You go stand in the corner, China. And while we're talking about corners, let's talk about America's favorite place to send people to the corner. It's not even in America. It happens to be in Cuba, and we call it Gitmo. That's right, Guantanamo Bay. And just when you thought it couldn't get more unconstitutional in this BIH, there was a leaked memo that showed the Trump administration brainstormed sending non-criminal migrants to Guantanamo Bay. Sending non-criminal migrants to Guantanamo Bay. Let me say it one more again. Trump administration brainstormed the idea of sending non-criminal migrants to Gitmo. People's whole sole crime is crossing a border to survive. Meanwhile, you have to cross that border to survive to actually plead for the sanctuary. Right? It's kind of weird. It's a weird law, but you got to do it. You know? They're going to send these people to the same facility where we literally kept terrorists. I mean, nothing says land of the free. Nothing says land of the free to me than by shackling refugees next to waterboarding stations. And you cannot make this up. You can't. Actually, wait, you could make this up if it was like some type of like dystopian thriller, and then midway through the thriller, it was like a lobotomy scene. Yeah. Lobotomy scene. Let the children sing for lobotomy scene. And there it is. There's your little wrap up when I was gone. I know there's more out there. I appreciate. That's why we got the JumpOut Gang, because you guys can call 313-825-5555. I can't make a 7 with one hand, but dial that 7 as well, and then you can fill me in on and fill everybody else in on what's going on. But yeah. While we were out there brushing your teeth or dyeing Easter eggs, the government was out here violating rights like it's a pastime. A pastime. Mourning popes with one hand and flipping off the Constitution with the other. And that's your recap. Let's drum sing. Stay tuned, because we got fresh hell to unpack. Hell's coming with me. And trust me. You better trust me. I'm about to give you the techno, so you know you gotta trust me. There's no we without you. Call in 313-825-5557. Drop your take in the chat. I can't even talk. Drop your take in the chat. And if you missed anything else, don't worry. We kept receipts, and there's a little bar under this YouTube video. You can kind of rewind it. Don't do that now, though, because we live. That's your thing. Talking shit, getting clicks. We live with Mo 3 times. Yeah. POE cast in the building. My flex bomb sound doesn't work. What is going on? That works. Insane. Some waters. I'm back. More 3 times. Yeah. Ooh, let's go back to the monitor. There we are. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me check my phone lines. Where are they? They're over here. Oh, I got a phone line. I got a phone call in the queue. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, have I been talking this whole time? That was the recap.
Oh, my God.
It's just Will. Is Will in the house?
Oh, man.
I'm asking rhetoricals.
I'm so...
Yo, did you
I'm so
call
happy.
it? Did you call like the guest line? Guest line? I gave you like the little guest line.
I mean, 12 minutes later.
No. Did you just call like the 5557 number, or did you? I emailed you a number.
Nah, I just called the regular number.
All right, so I emailed you the guest line. The guest line allows you to call, and you just get right into the show. Like, I don't have to accept you in or anything. Because, I be talking, running my mouth. There's I got like 14 screens around here. Mad things to click on, buttons to push. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, Will. Let me introduce you right. Ladies and gentlemen, Will. All right.
Yeah, he making me wait. Oh, I'm like, golly.
I mean, I can't believe you're over here, you and my wife bonding about my bad behavior.
Hey, long-winded.
Long-winded, you right.
Long-winded. What's going on with it?
What's going on? What's up?
Oh, man. Did you hear the latest with Uncle Shay Shay?
Yes, we're definitely going to be talking about Uncle Shay Shay. Yep.
They're
And
into
Pistol Pete.
BDSM, apparently.
I mean, that's what I've got the audio queued up. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, "Hey, it's a distraction. It's a distraction." And yeah, it is a distraction. But with all the craziness going on, honestly, yo, like, you cannot always keep your nose to the grindstone. I mean, this is not the best news either. It's not like a basket of puppies being found in the park or anything like that can miraculously dance like the Jackson 5. But it's better than hearing, buddies getting kidnapped to other countries and not being able to get back, and cold and heartless leaders of other countries acting like it's just a joke to a numbers game when it comes to someone's life. I'll take a little Uncle Shay nasty, freaky text and dirty talking to his damn near underage Guma.
Oh, no.
Any day.
There's some pretty nasty stuff in those text messages. I don't know if I would want out there.
Yeah. You know what? You may not, but guess what? Talking shit, getting clicks. But we're going to put those text messages out tonight. Whatever. We're going to have a little, I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I think it's unfortunately hilarious situation for Unc to be in. We've seen the videos going around.
He's hitting it dead on, though.
Monique,
he's meeting it middle of the road.
I like that, yeah, and I like his approach to it, and that's really another reason why I wanted to talk about it, because we have a classic case of he said, she said, and then we have Shay coming out with his side of the story on social media. We all know that he's like a internet personality and a broadcast personality type, ex NFL Hall of Famer. And I like the way that he's approached it, because when someone's accused of stuff, I've always said, like, why don't you just come out and be like, this is what happened? And it seems like his side of the story helps to paint a more clearer, sharper image of what actually happened. And I don't know if this is going to go to trial or not go to trial, but let's save that for later in the show. I gotta steer you. We gotta hit these vegetables first. We gotta talk about Pistol Pete. We got to talk about Signal Gate Part 2, Will. What do you think about
Dave.
What do you think about Peter's leakers, lawyers, and lunacy? What do you think about the Signal scandal striking back right now, Willis?
You know what, man? I'm not surprised. I mean, I guess that's the first thing, I'll say. Like, there's a lack of professionalism in any sort going on. So I'm not surprised with that. Maybe that, he ain't fired yet. Or even, really somebody coming out and say, other than I think NPR reporting that they're looking to replace him. Like,
right.
Oh boy, he can't speak to the media no more, at least. You got to shut up.
Right. So, like, for you guys out there who may not know, the Signal Gate saga continues. Pete Hegseth reportedly shared details about U.S. airstrikes in Yemen through a private Signal chat that included, that's Yemen right there, airstrikes, that included his wife, his brother, who is a defense official. So, media is kind of making like, oh, his brother too. It's like the whole family's involved. But his brother is like a defense official. We don't know how he got that job. Maybe a little nepotism there. And also, for some reason, his personal attorney was in this Signal chat message. I mean, and this is following the same incident that happened previously with the journalist Jeffrey Goldberg here, where they shared, war plans and strategies in that Signal chat. Now, a lot of you guys should know that there are critics that are argue that represents significant breach of operational security, something Will just mentioned. And especially since the information was reportedly, it was sourced from secure military communications. So imagine you're getting a message from JWIX, which is like a top secret communication system, and then you're taking that information and copying and pasting it into a Yahoo, a Gmail message, and then sending it on. Or in this case, a Signal message and sending it on. Like, that's like the equivalent of trying to throw I was going to say a draw 2 on a draw 4, but this would be the equivalent of throwing like a blue 3 on a draw 4 when you haven't drawn 4 and the color is actually yellow. Right. So I put up Senator Tammy Duckworth, which you see her standing. She's usually in a wheelchair, but she expressed concern, and she said that Pete Hegseth is, and I probably should just get rid of myself right now. He is the most unqualified Secretary of Defense in history. Also, you should probably know that Senator Elizabeth Warren, then they call her like Pocahontas. Donald Trump's calling her. She said that it's blatantly illegal and dangerous beyond belief to do these type of things. And don't think it's just the liberals. I mean, we have conservative representative Don Bacon, who says that criticize Hegseth's actions as a gross error. And then what's his defense? Will, I'm about to show you his defense. Hold on for a second. I'm going to pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. Here it is.
Blaming leaks in the Pentagon. Here's what he said earlier today on Fox News.
When you dismiss people who you believe are leaking classified information, and again, the investigation is ongoing and that will take time, and when the evidence produced, it will go to DOJ, why would it surprise anybody, Brian, if those very same people keep leaking to the very same reporters whatever information they think they can have to try to sabotage the agenda of the president or the secretary? So once a leaker, always a leaker, often a leaker. And so we looked for leakers because we take it very seriously. And we will do the investigation. Right. And if those people are exonerated, fantastic.
I mean, is that really an excuse that you got, like, this is messed up because you're leaking? I mean, isn't there another word for leaker, a whistleblower?
Those are his peoples, though. Like, he telling lies, first of all. I sent you that article from Politico.
Mm-hmm.
That was his homeboy that said, the whole aura in the Pentagon right now is trash. and he's a stone cold, conservative dude. Love Trump, but like you said, old boy he got a makeup room in the Pentagon.
That's what they said that he spent thousands of dollars on for a makeup room in the Pentagon. I mean, first of all, the show up on Fox News, which is his old stomping grounds, and continue to do his old Fox News shtick when we're talking about national security. Like, I know we kind of forget about this because these guys seem like so moronic and it's like it's funny or it's no big deal, but we are talking about sensitive, compartmentalized information. I myself at one point in life held a TSSCI clearance, which is a clearance, what they would call, echelons above God. That's what they call it in the military. I know it's kind of, arrogant or whatever.
Have good credit for that.
But that's what it was, right? And not only that, you don't have to you got to keep good credit. You can't get in any trouble. You can't get any, because you are under scrutinization. You are being constantly monitored and being, having to do updates about what's going on in your life between 6 to 24 months. So for him to, I don't know if this stems from the same situation. He was just loosey-goosey with it. He was in this group. He was also in this group. And this was at the same time. It seems like this was kind of happening at the same time. But there is no reason.
Too much credit.
I know. I can give him a shitload of credit, and he is still flat ass wrong, and he shouldn't be. And it's a fireable offense. At the very least, in my opinion, he should be fired. Honestly, if we're just trying to meet the standard, I think he should be in Leavenworth right now, making big rocks into little rocks like the LaQuint Dickey. I'm sorry for giving myself cheers, but yeah.
Getting them stocks fat right now. He might get canned one day. Like you said, we're not even 90 days in, 100 days in.
We are still not 100 days into this chaos, right?
It's only going to get more entertaining, the nonsense that comes out of this administration.
Do you think he's? And this is just like a side little question. Do you think he's going home and sipping? Do you think he's still sipping?
Oh yeah, he probably doing more than sipping, honestly.
Yeah, he looks crazy.
I'm looking
defend himself.
I'm looking at his face right now.
Yeah,
look like
like he's on some toots. It's looking like he's on
cocaine in the West Wing.
Listen, could have been anybody's. It was probably
very well be in the Pentagon.
They said it was Hunter Biden's. They said it slipped out of his laptop. I think it was Melania's.
Right.
I kid. It's definitely Ivanka's. So, and really, as I talk that shit, I want everybody to know that it's quite possible that before this 100 days is up, what I'm saying would be an offense that would get me sent to Gitmo. I'm just saying, this is the way we're going. And I don't think that I'm being, too dramatic when I'm saying these things. I don't think it's too far-fetched to believe that this guy won't go from cracking down on, news agencies like MSNBC, CNN, ABC, and all those sorts, to cracking down on, people who are just spreading the news.
That's it.
Or fact checking.
That's how it starts, man. That's how authoritarian regimes, they start their business. Old boy from CBS is going to step down because he can't do his job because he's facing $20 billion lawsuit because he didn't say Trump's name in a nice way. He got Harvard countersuing because the federal government is withholding money, because you won't do what I want you to do. Yeah.
Get them will.
Eliminate government so that we can do what we want to do without any oversight. Yeah, I'm a fire the leader of the Fed. You ain't going to lower interest rates because I want you to. Yeah, I'm a fire you.
Right.
Come on now, stop playing.
Yeah, I'm going to manipulate the market first. I'm going to manipulate the market, and if you think that you're going to step out of line, say anything about what I'm doing, no, don't worry. You don't got a job.
But but the manipulating the market thing, you know, he's only doing what they all been doing in front of your face.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm that bold.
That F it. And then I'll invite my peoples into the Oval Office and we'll brag about how much money they got.
We did good. We did good.
Insanity. All right, but even with this freak, to close out
Okay, let's bring in CBS News.
Oh, my God. I can't do any more of that. But to close out on Pete, yeah. There are reports, Will, like you said, that are going around that the White House has begun actually searching for a new Secretary of Defense, even if they're denying claims that they are actually doing that. Who do you think the next defense secretary is going to be?
I don't know. I don't familiarize myself with many conservatives, but I'm sure it'll be someone as idiotic as
J.D. Vance is a brother.
As Pete Hegseth.
One of Elon's kids.
Linda McMahon talking about A1 sauce. Like, you never know with these people.
Oh my God, this is crazy. That's what we got. Oh my God. I don't know, like, all right, so I think, like, ultimately this incident has sparked like a broader discussion about the use of encrypted messaging, you know, apps like Signal. I would think, like, Donald Trump making all these executive orders, when the mistake was made the first time, he should have just made an executive order to get rid of Signal, since he's just so willy-nilly with them. But then also we know that if he got rid of Signal, that would kind of be like admitting, you know, guilt for the issue surrounding it. But we already know, Pete Hegseth should know, because he runs the Pentagon, that issued warnings about using Signal. Then they told everybody about the potential vulnerabilities of the platform. So I think in summary, Hegseth's
not because you know it's the right, because we had to. It's status quo. We ain't following them rules. Fuck them rules.
There you go.
He was taking his wife to
meetings.
Way out of her league briefing meetings.
Yeah. Why is his personal lawyer and his wife in this group chat knowing about what's going on with the Houthis? You know?
I believe, and it might just be me, I think his lawyer was a part of the chat just for him. You know, just in case it comes back on him, you know, his lawyer can say X, Y, Z.
That was one of my thoughts too. So if anybody else thinks different than that, you give me a call in right now, 313-825-5557. On the guest line tonight, I have William Murphy. Yep. Yeah, he is. That's right. There's a call-in line. Crazy action. When you have your own team, and we know how, the left and right stick to their own, the right, especially when you have people on the right criticizing you and they're raising serious questions about, your levels of operational security. And this is coming from the highest levels of government, and this freak is trying to maintain innocence. Come on. You don't think this has shaken any confidence in Pete Hegseth's leadership? I've never had any confidence in his leadership at all. So.
He got cussed out. Somebody cussed his ass out.
I think they were just like, yo, Pete, what are you doing? Again? Come on, Pete.
You know what I mean? Like,
get it together. You're better than that.
Oh boy, though, you're gonna keep that direct line to Fox News, though. Make sure. Make sure that voice get out there.
Same. And I'm speculating again because I never really watched him on Fox News, but I would suspect the way that he was talking, that's his normal. That's his normal act. That's his normal Fox News act.
Yeah, ain't much changed.
Insane.
Bleached blonde, bad.
I just felt like hitting the button, so I hit a button.
Butch body.
Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp. Yeah, Unc. You already know.
This is a lesson, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lesson.
Will, we gotta talk to the people like they don't know. Tell them what happened.
He liked them young girls.
Yeah.
he likes them really young girls.
You're not lying. Because like this past week, NFL Hall of Famer and ESPN analyst Shannon Sharp found himself at the center of a legal storm. That's right. A $50 million civil lawsuit filed in Nevada by a 20-year-old woman identified as Gabriella Zuniga. She's also an OnlyFans model, and she's accusing him of, she claims she met him in a gym 2023 when she was 19. I do have that word up there right here. That's what happened, she's saying.
She met him in a gym.
Yep. Forcing her into
she was in the gym.
I don't know. He recorded their acts without consent. I mean, she recorded their conversations without consent. But yeah, and shared them with others, and he threatened to kill her during an argument over her arriving late. Now, I took these quotes right here directly out of print. Now, she's saying he caused her emotional distress when he inadvertently went live streamed that appeared to be you remember when he was live streaming, you could hear him in the midst of a sexual act on Instagram Live. Well, that wasn't her. It was another girl. And because of that, she was deeply traumatized. Enter Tony Busby. Here we go with Tony Busby. All right. So what you guys should know about Tony Busby is you've already know Tony. You know Tony from the Jay-Z, the Diddy, from the Diddy and the Jay-Z's, right?
Yeah, he
right?
False claim guy.
Yeah. He's actually known for suing Deshaun Watson. And recently, Diddy. Yeah, look at that combo. This MF likes massage. This guy loves baby oil. What goes together? More better than massage and baby oil. Anyway. Yeah. Busby filed a lawsuit demanding $50 million.
Groovy.
I didn't mean to hit that button, but did that work?
He should have offered more the first time.
Listen, they said he offered her 10.
Yeah.
Me and Lovelow was talking, and we're like, she's probably not going to get 10. She's going to get probably nothing going the way this is going. But anyway, $50 million in damages, citing Sharp's abuse of fame and power over a significantly younger, economically dependent woman. All right, I get this. If
economically dependent,
now I get
what
this.
What?
Yo, if and listen, all right. If we are working in the same place and you're the CEO of the company and I'm working in like middle management or something, and we have a relationship and it goes bad, I get that. But he's not. Well, damn. Well, Tony Busby might have it because she's an OnlyFans, and through text messages we know he was paying $25K per cheek. So he is kind of an employer, but he's also a customer. He's an employer and a customer. I did not know that we were going to go to the bizarre world. We are in, what's it called? Yeah.
She's an independent contractor.
She's an independent contractor. But he's both the employer and the customer?
Yeah, he is paying for a service. So yeah.
Customer.
Yeah, except Except he allegedly went a little too far.
But as her
She didn't
employer,
like
I don't know. I can tell you this though. Shay Shay ain't taking it lying down. He's also got a high-powered attorney. Lanny J. Davis. Yep. That's the text. Lanny J. Davis says Sharp has vigorously denied the accusations, claiming the relationship was consensual and included mutually agreed upon role play. Now, to support this case, Davis released some texts of that were allegedly sent by Zuniga. And these messages, if authentic, include this: "You know I like it rough. You better choke me, daddy." And hits like, "If I make it up there, you got to cash at me $25K for each cheek." Now, Will, I'm an entrepreneur. So if you know anything, that is $100,000 right there. Are you doing the math? So that's
You saw the
$100,000.
one where she was talking about
The cheeks on your face and the cheeks near your waist.
The booty.
Yeah, she was
Got
talking about
her
the
in
booty. But he was choking her too, which means his hands would be close to her other cheeks. The ones on her face, close to her neck. Boom, bars right there. You know what I mean? That's probably what she did. And she probably read it in the little ink. Like, yo, you also got to know that my face cheeks count as well, Shay. And then he was like, "What? I was down to give you $50K, but I ain't give you $100K."
I'm gonna say looking bad, man. He looking real bad.
Listen, these are the text messages that she sent. So we're gonna go and we're gonna play, and I'll do it right now. Let's just get to it. People Magazine had this guy. Where is it? You know what? Even better. Love sent it to me because she's the best. Let's listen. I don't know what. Don't worry about it, Gary. Hold on. Here we go.
Love got you.
Yep. So, love, where you get this stuff from?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes. Oh, by the way, this is courtesy of the Shade Room by way of Love.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gary.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
I mean, it's not a good look. She's right. That is not a good look. I mean, that didn't even sound right coming out of his mouth, Will. What do you think about that, as I just paused it right there? So far, what do you think about this conversation?
Bro, how you not know it's a setup?
Yo, he might have been, I'm trying to defend him now. He might have been on that Chez Portier, that 84 Portier, the liquor.
Oh man, you 50 plus years old, man.
He's close. He's pushing 60. And she is what people are saying 20. She's like 21 now. They've known each other since she was 19, and he was still 50 plus. Well into his 50s.
I mean, you know what? Like I heard a lot of people today talking about, the age thing, right? Mm-hmm. All these other people, date people and like young girls. So he likes young girls. All right. You take that, you strike that. Okay. That's not a big thing, but.
Whoa. Hold on, Will. Let me stop you right there. Does anybody in the chat disagree with Will right now? The young girl? Will, I understand that you're coming from a place that she's a grown adult. She's past 18. I don't think you're one of the type of, and when I say this, I don't.
I'm not even from that way.
Yeah.
I'm saying like it's no different than a lot of other superstars do,
right?
Or rich people do.
I just want everybody out there listening to know that you're not one of those type of guys that are going to be like, I don't know. For example, when Northwest gets a little older, you're not going to be having a countdown timer on your social media to her turning 18 or anything like that. All right. Just let you. We're sucker free on this show. We're sucker free. All right, go ahead.
Who, me?
No, because there's some people out there that be doing that. Oh, I can't. Remember the Olsen twins, how sick people were? Like, oh, I can't. Well, she's turning 18. Woo! They used to actually put stuff like that on the news. Like, yo, they're 18 now. Like, that's crazy.
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, you look at actors like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, people always joke, you know what I mean, that he likes young girls. Right. So I'm not hanging him out there like, you know, this is something out of the ordinary. Right. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Yeah. He's banging a 20-year-old girl or whatever. Now, everything else we got to call into question. I can call into question the fact that he's dating a 30-year age difference. Obviously, I know there's an issue with that, you know, but for argument's sake, I mean, we didn't have to go that far. I was just, you know what I mean. But all right, yo, what's that guy? What's the guy? His name is Andrew something. He's like a red pill guy, kickboxer. Andrew, what's his last name? From Romania. He drives a Bugatti. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. I know I'm about to get some ears now. Yeah. Andrew Tate, to his credit, says stuff like this. Look at Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is from what, like Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia. He's from a very rural country. Yeah, running barefoot type of area. He came out. He said he didn't have a bathroom in his house. His brother is going to be an NFL Hall of Famer. Great NFL. He was a great football player, Shannon Sharp, in his own right. He's a Hall of Famer. Not only that, you make it to the league. You win Super Bowls. You play at the tip top of your position. You become a Hall of Famer. Not only that, you go into now communications. You become one of the most sought after voices in sports, right? That kind of, you're doing great. That kind of goes sideways. You transition to now you got your own, you get a contract, you're earning your contracts, and then you go off and do your own thing and make a whole nother. You've made at least in your lifetime, 60 years old, this man has made at least 6 different names for himself. Through sports, commentary, entertainment, all that stuff. He's made 6 different names for himself. And he had to work hard. Obviously, listen, I'm not going to be judging people's faces or whatever. He's not supposed to be the most attractive man in the world or whatever like that. But he works hard. He stays in shape. He's like he said, he eats the same meal that he's been eating for the last 20 years. He's still eating that same meal. Very disciplined. Not disciplined with his sexual nature, but disciplined in every other aspect to make it to the pinnacle of his career, to make it to the top. And only thing she has to do is be young and show up in the gym. I don't know why I went through all that, but
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you.
You gotta. I mean,
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet.
This dude is Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? Like she's aware of that.
She's aware of this, and yet. Look at the situation in which he finds himself.
No means no.
No, exactly. No means no. I don't want to be the judge here. I'm going to judge it here. I think she's full of it. I think he got dumbed out. I mean, as we can listen to the rest of this. Hold on. Let me go back just a little bit.
Nothing yet.
Look at this.
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know what you were saying. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking show you when I see you.
Up there it is. Hold on.
Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see
He
you.
was just the biggest tipper. Like, she had her own OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a dumb. Like Ev said, he's a dumb that fell for it. Recording without consent, and I don't know, man. It's nasty. Maybe it speaks more to him. You know what I mean? That, golly, man. Why can't people just be normal? Like you said, like Monique said. You know what I mean? Sit your behind down with some apple butter and relax.
Get the apple butter. Yeah. So you can
apple butter and toast.
So you can be rejuvenated. Unc ain't say that. Unc out here dressing in the tightest of the tightest. You know, he's slipping roast sparks under his tongue. He's squatting. He's eating
like
oatmeal
he ain't never
pancakes.
gotten them before.
Protein. Yeah, he is. He is. Yo, who was he talking? I got the notion that he was having like women issues, and I'm trying to think it's one of his first interviews. I don't know if it was the one with Earthquake, but it was one of the comedians. And he was talking, I was like, oh, he's a sweetheart. He's sensitive. You could tell he's a sweetheart and he's sensitive. He's got the little fluffy dogs. You know what I mean? He be on his pate stuff. He's a cultured man. He came from the dusty roads, and now he's got some culture, and he's pampered. He's living a pampered life, which he deserves, because he's still. It's not like he stopped working, but he works hard. But man, I think this is I think this would be, I guess, a learning tool for guys to be like, yo, you really have to be focused, because honestly, one person outside of your circle, and we're not even talking about females, we're talking about hangers-ons, anybody out there that's really not for you and doesn't have your best interests at heart. And there's a lot of people out there, the more famous, the more money you get, there's going to be people that just want something for nothing. And she seems to be like one of those people. And these are the type of people that can bring these wealthy and powerful men to their knees. Sex, drugs, rock and roll will bring someone to their knees.
Failure. You got a
20-year-old gained a 50-year-old dude.
We'll see if it all works out. All right, now as far as the the optics of all of this, like, do we really care? Like, I'm not going to go into the text messages, but we saw a couple that she put up there. It gets pretty explicit. There's some more alleged phone calls with her, and there's another part to this where, you know, it's not as bad as, you know, I'm going to choke the ish out of you. But when you're listening to the audio, it kind of seems like, hey, they got a relationship. It seems like he's upset, but they're still kind of flirting and being little freaky freaks back and forth. At least it seems like that's coming from his end. When you see the results of, you know, their relationship right now, it seemed just from her end that she was just recording, trying to get him to say anything crazy. And if this is the only audio, if this is Tony Busby's smoking gun against Shannon Sharpe that's going to make him come up off of them 50 M's, I don't think this is good enough. It's not if I'm on that jury, nope. This audio isn't going to do it. Hang on, Sherry. Yeah, this audio doesn't do it for me. Like, I would have to see a video of Shannon Sharpe on some 50 shades of, she's tied up 50 shades of gray style, and he's got hot hangers burning the bottom of her feet or something. You know what I mean?
There's a, what did I see it at? It's on, it was on World Star.
Mm-hmm.
Like another set of text messages that were kind of like blurred out. Like the sender and the receiver was blurred out.
Let's check. That they sent in? Oh, they got the videos. James Accuser has released a new 3 hours ago, she released new audio recording. Oh, no, this is the same. Yeah, this is recording we've been listening to.
LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Can I call you tomorrow? Oh my God, me and Love was in here listening to this, and I was going off doing her voice and just saying the craziest stuff with that voice. You know? Never mind. We can't do it because Aunt Sherry's here. I don't want her to see me in that light. But listen. If I make it up there, you gotta cash at me $25K for each cheek. I mean,
it's crazy right now.
Yo, I didn't mean to do it, so I'm gonna have to go back. That's a
Freudian slip.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, insane. Yeah. Busby dropped the audio recording. Sharp's attorney insists that the audio was taken out of context, which I can appreciate that. He called it an emotional outburst, not a real threat. That didn't even sound like maybe a threat, like a flirty threat. I don't know. It can be weird out there between he said, she said. It gets weird. Chuck's little white woman. He could have said white girl. She's young. That's crazy.
Bruh, I don't even.
You on what?
That's the type of stuff that I say.
These are the text messages.
This is not what you're going to see in the news. Black man chokes white woman.
Will.
That's what I tell. That's what you're not going to see in the news, babe.
I'm going to use this line before this week is out. That's your JumpOut Gang. That is your homework for this week. You got to use that line. Black man chokes little white woman in a sentence in public.
Many people know him as.
No. Please don't do that. Don't do that. I don't got 50 mil for you guys. But yeah, Davis.
That's why I'm like, why would he say those words out loud? Like, that's not. No.
He was on the phone with her, and they'd probably be having whack. He sounds like a whack conversation, honestly. He doesn't sound like a good conversationalist.
Well, they're both dry.
Yeah, they're both very dry. And, he seemed like he was playing a role. But, so you guys know, Davis, the lawyer, admitted that Sharp privately tried to handle the matter before it hit the court, and he offered Zuniga $10 million, and she rejected the offer and proceeded to sue. If he really, once again, I have to go back to, if he really did these things, if he was sexually violent towards you, if he coerced you, and if he played these psychological games, which I heard him on the phone. It looks like he was being type of manipulated. It looked like they were manipulating each other. But if he really did the main one, which is taking it without permission, then are we worried about the money first, or are we worried about him not being able to do that again? Possibly facing a punitive criminal type of conviction here. Why is it that
I think
these things always get aired out in a civil suit where there's, tens of millions of dollars on the line?
Because the money was there was a conversation that happened between those two before $10 million came, on the table, right?
Right.
$10 million obviously wasn't good enough. The leverage was, you stuck it in my butt, and I said no. That was a leverage. So now she's going to try to get more. But like you and your wife said, she probably ain't gonna get nothing now when you start to look at this crazy, nasty, consensual relationship.
I believe she probably had to sign an NDA too, so that's more than likely is going to come into play. I think it's just weird, and it's just sad that, as a celebrity, you got to have people sign paperwork That's just like a terrible way to live. $10 million.
Why can't you just be normal though? Like, just be normal.
What's normal?
How about just be a normal individual? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't say I'm gonna choke you out in public. Like, some decorum amongst us, maybe.
Public. That means love if it's done in public, according to that text message. My God. Tony Busby.
Why did you choose him of all people?
Why not? He's doing Diddy's case.
I agree.
He did the show.
I agree.
What's up?
You say he's not normal, starting effing little girls. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Not normal. Something wrong with him. Ain't no old woman want him because he's nasty.
Really? This is going to start another conversation. You don't think there's some, old hoes? You don't think there's some old hoes out there, bro? Yeah.
He don't want them.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
It's just
he do not want them old. He do not want them old girls. He been hitting these little young OnlyFans models up, paying for it.
You're out of
He's
control.
been paying for it for a long time.
That's what he's been
caught up.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, I would be remiss if I didn't say that this case isn't just about sex or power or celebrity. It's a high stakes war of what we're even talking about right now. Public perception. It's the legal strategy, right? And it's media manipulation. I think one side calls it survival injustice, and the other side is probably going to call it extortion in high heels. So I guess as the courtroom battle unfolds, one thing's for sure: Shannon Sharpe isn't just fighting for his reputation. I mean, I don't know, day by day, and every time he releases any type of information about his own personal sex life, his reputation gets chewed up a little bit more and more. But right now, with 50 M's on the line, he's fighting for his future. All right? I want you guys to know that. We did the recordings. Also, I want everyone to know that there was an issue back in 2010 between Shannon Sharpe and Michelle Bundy, where he was accused of not being kind with his romanticism. You know, the R word. And that was settled out of court. Just so you know, he does have a past with these types of behaviors. I don't know why that picture got back in there. Oh yeah, because this is what we got here. And I'd be remiss if we talk about this stuff and not really be serious when we say that there is some support out there for all of you guys in the form of a national sexual assault hotline. That's right, 1-800-656-HOPE. HOPE. At 1-800-656-HOPE. HOPE. Or visit the RAIN org.
Groovy.
Right? You got to do that. We got to let them know. We got to give them somewhere. All right. So yeah, for support, call the hotline.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna come back on me. All right. So that's all smoke we got for tonight. Don't get it twisted. Fire's still burning. Whether we're talking about signal leaks or courtroom freaks, we gonna say what needs to be said. So if you guys don't mind, if you came in late, hit the rewatch. It's no problem. And if you missed the bar, follow us everywhere at talking, getting clicks, all the socials, and that's YouTube. We got Instagram. I got a TikTok. I don't ever put that up. I also have a Twitter and whatever other app that Elon Musk hasn't broken yet. And listen, don't leave your fit looking basic. Go to Talkin' Getting USA and grab you something to walk away with. Until then, I am Mo 3 times on the phone. I had Will, like, take it out for us.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me, man. Miss y'all family.
Don't talk to me, Will. Talk to the people.
Oh, man. Much love. Stay safe out there in these streets.
I like it. Is that what we're going with? Then that's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mo 3 times. Hold on. I'll let you see my face one more time. I'm Mo 3 times, and thanks for coming out to the show. I appreciate you. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe. Hit like, share, subscribe. I got a Cash App, but I'd rather you just hit like. If you share this, it's better than cash right now for me. Talking Getting USA, go grab you something, and next time, I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. I'm Mo 3 times, reminding you once again that there is no we without you. Give them some techno. Give some cheers, some claps, air horns. Peace. We live in studio with Mo 3 times and co-hosting tonight's show, Will Murphy. Let the children sing. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
Ain't nothing.